So if you're anywhere around gaming, then you've probably heard of GTA. GTA is a massive game that's been out for years and years, and obviously you've probably heard a lot about GTA 6 coming out, but what we're talking about today is actually a situation coming from the GTA 5 community. What's been keeping GTA 5 alive, especially on Twitch at the moment, is GTRP, including nopixel. Nopixel is a very popular server which a lot of people play on, including a lot of content creators, and also a lot of people who are very invested in RP and just, have the money to actually spend on getting a priority queue for this, because it is really hard to get into one of the top servers for this, and there's been a recent drama going on which has just all kicked off in the last couple of days, and there is even more information to it. Now, where did this drama actually start off from? Well, this actually started from a tweet, or more rather a Reddit post, but I'm just going to go off this tweet because it's easier to follow, by King Caffeine. King Caffeine is actually a pretty popular guy himself, to be fair, 5,000 followers on Twitter, and he's ex-Team Liquid and Cloud9, so he's obviously involved in a lot of the industry, saying that wife cheated on me with RP partner. Obviously, that is absolutely terrible. There's been a lot of cases in the past of people, doing RP and stuff, and maybe it gets a little bit too much for both of the people doing it, and eventually they fall into some kind of relationship or something weird going on, and it just kind of happens. And it seems like this guy has also, been the victim of this, and he actually provides a ton of screenshots of her, sending explicit messages to another streamer who you may know of, called MoonMoon. MoonMoon is a very popular streamer who has been, streaming a ton of GTRP ever since the new nopixel update came out and stuff like that. Me, myself, I used to watch a lot of SFAM playing a lot of these games, and I've known some of his characters walking around, and honestly, he was great at doing stuff like RP. But the thing is, he was, often RPing with this other person called Jillian, or you might know her as divajilly, and she also plays another character in the nopixel server, where pretty much, they interact quite a lot and also get involved in a lot of ERP. And this is the wife that King Caffeine is talking about. She is his wife, and he goes on to explain, hey everyone, there's not really an easy way to say this, but Jillian, divajilly, my wife of 15 years, and the roleplayer of Sean on nopixel GTRP, and the love of my life, has apparently been cheating on me for months with the Twitch streamer MoonMoon. Attached, you will find their messages from TwitchCon that I found when I was trying to see if she was okay after not responding to checking my messages Saturday night. So it seems like the two have been, exchanging messages back and forth over sites like Discord and stuff, and I've read through some of the messages. I'm not going to show it on this video. I'll leave a link down below if you guys want to look at them, but they are very graphic and very, they go into detail, and they're pretty much, sexting and stuff, which again, isn't great whenever you've been married for 15 years, and a lot of people have actually come in support of King Caffeine, saying that, this is terrible, and that, they're really sorry for everything that has went on. And they go on to say, it really saddens me that it came to this after months of assuring me it was all RP. I was sold the lie that it was about sex positivity and girl bossing, when in reality, they were just living out their secret fantasies while both being married. So again, I think it's kind of confirmed here that MoonMoon is married. There's been a lot of speculation on whether he is. This guy says that he is, and apparently he's also got a kid as well, which makes things even worse. Now, again, I don't want to go into speculation. That is all just like what people are saying. I don't know if that is true or not, but if it is, that makes the situation a whole lot worse, and obviously it is still bad, seeing as Jillian here has been married for 15 years. But as it seems like from a lot of these tweets that he's putting out, it seems like he knew about this stuff going on over time and all the RP, and even the ERP that was going on, which can be an absolutely horrible thing for someone to go through, watching your wife do this with just some other guy. Now, obviously, it begs the question, why didn't he just leave the relationship whenever he knew this stuff was happening? But again, I'm sure a lot more stuff will come out in the future about this. And he goes on to say, I'm sure their rabid fan bases won't care, but I'm sure there's also plenty of people who will feel vindicated by this, especially those that warn me about the dangers of ERP. Thanks, Trap. I got curious after finding these messages and checked other DMs. There were multiple guys she was sending and receiving sexual videos with, all of them in the nopixel DOJ. No point in attaching these. She would call them her daddy or favorite or whatever pet names, obviously creating emotional relationships behind my back, and then had the audacity to act completely normal at home. Her best friend warned me about this, but I didn't take it seriously. This level of compulsive lying and sociopathy is honestly something I should have seen coming. This is the same person who would be the first to grandstand and virtue signal about any other streamer drama. Since I was unemployed, she told me my job was to check other streams to give her intel on what people were doing at certain times, to make sure she had the best outcome for her character. This was not fair to anyone involved and is admittedly very scummy, but hey, it worked. I guess the moral of the story is no one is safe and nothing is sacred in this industry. So again, that also points out another big problem, obviously in nopixel and RP. There's a lot of situations that go on where it's got to be fair, you got to be presented with a situation, and it's kind of unfair to know about the situation and kind of plan ahead in time for, to get the upper hand on someone. It's in the community, it's pretty much called like power gaming, and there's some other words for it as well. And pretty much she was getting this guy to go into other people's streams, see what they were doing and, you know, kind of snitch on them so that she could think of the best possible outcome in terms of RP for our character, which again, I think is very weird. But again, that isn't the main point here. Obviously, you know, it's not the end of the world if you cheat at RP, like, who cares? But, you know, actual cheating, it seems like they met up at TwitchCon. Now, I don't know if there's any evidence behind, you know, them actually doing it. He never actually said that it's confirmed that, you know, she did cheat on him at TwitchCon. But he did say that she wasn't responding to his messages. So again, we're gonna have to wait and see if there's any more clarification on that. But it does seem like this has been something that's going on for a while, and the messages definitely do prove that there's something going on between divajilly and MoonMoon. Now, divajilly actually posted a response an hour ago saying, "I'll do a stream addressing the drama in a couple of days as soon as I'm settled at my mum's house. But trust, I keep receipts." So it seems like the two have definitely fallen out, and obviously, yeah, she's moving in with her mum or something for the meantime. And again, it's going to be very interesting to see what kind of happens with this, because I don't know, you know, there could be some massive evidence that comes out that kind of disproves a lot of this. And maybe she didn't even cheat on him with MoonMoon, because again, it's not very obvious that, you know, anything had happened. Okay, you know, she didn't reply, but that doesn't necessarily mean you're cheating. Anything could have literally happened. And, you know, there could be a lot of stuff that he's twisting or have made up. We don't know. Like, it's a common thing that we see in a lot of internet dramas these days of people twisting stuff and people getting too into topics before we actually reach a conclusion and, you know, we reach some replies with some of the other streamers involved in things. So in terms of my opinion, I'm definitely going to stay neutral until I see what happens with divajilly. Obviously, I'll keep you guys updated if anything happens with it and if anything, you know, gets settled in the stream, and just to see, you know, what is actually the truth behind this and what is fake. Because again, you never know these days, and the purpose of this video is pretty much to give you the rundown of what was happening, you know, what were the allegations put against, you know, divajilly and MoonMoon, and, you know, just kind of talk about the overall situation, about whether there's another problem here or if this is actually true, you know, in the first place. And again, there is a lot of questions whenever you do look at this, like, for example, why didn't he just leave her whenever she was doing this kind of RP stuff? Again, it's really not that hard to leave a relationship if, you know, cheating is going on, even if you are the one that, you know, that you find yourself, you know, interested in someone else. It's really not hard to leave, you know, the person you're currently with and then go with that person instead of just cheating on them and, you know, hurting their feelings. But again, we don't know exactly what happened and we don't know the full story yet, so I do want to give, you know, divajilly a chance to respond. And again, I said I'll keep you guys updated on the overall situation. But yeah, let me know down in the comments what you guys think. Do you think that, you know, divajilly has actually done anything wrong here? Or do you think that King Caffeine is definitely in the right and that, you know, what he's went through is terrible? Again, we're gonna have to wait and see what happens. I know I'm saying this quite a bit, but I just want to make it clear that, you know, all the information hasn't come out yet, and we still have a completely other side of the story to actually look at. And also we have another side of the story to look at if we're looking at MoonMoon as well, because obviously I don't know if MoonMoon's going to say anything about the situation too, but it definitely seems that we're getting a response from divajilly at some point. And yes, just a crazy situation overall. But yeah, that's about all I got for this video. If you did enjoy it, then don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. As I said, this is a new channel where we're trying out a ton of stuff to do with, you know, a lot of internet drama. So yeah, I definitely recommend sticking around, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. That's all. See ya.